Good afternoon, gentle viewers. This is George from Ireland. Here I am outside St Paul's Cathedral in London. So there's been a Christian place of worship on this site for well over 1,000 years. This is the largest place of worship in the British Isles. Old St Paul's burnt down in 1666. It was rebuilt in the coming decades. So it was designed by Sir Christopher Wren, who was perhaps the most illustrious architect of the age. The late 17th century neoclassical style. There you can see some idea of how high it goes. Anyway, the grandeur of it is deeply impressive. It's not that beautiful, really. It's got a Protestant plainness to the interior. If you compare it with any Catholic cathedrals in France, Spain, Italy, Belgium, so forth, this one is quite banal. Anyway, it's been the site of many very famous ceremonies. The funeral of Sir Winston Churchill, which was a state funeral, that of Lord Nelson, the Duke of Wellington, so forth, the wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer, the funeral of Margaret Thatcher. However, royal coronations don't take place here. They take place in Westminster Abbey, which is rather more ancient, which has survived through the centuries. Perhaps we'll do that a bit later. Anyway, St Paul's is a must-see for many tourists in London. It is quite pricey to go in. There is worship going on occasionally, which you can go to obviously gratis, but they have to be convinced you're really there for worship, not as a tourist. So this is in the City of London, which is the financial district. There's only about a square mile. The very heart of London is the City of London, as opposed to Greater London, which is everything outside that. Anyway, there's a statue of Queen Victoria here. We can take a closer look at that. And it's got various female figures around the pedestal representing different parts of the erstwhile British Empire, one from North America, one from Africa, one from South Asia, and so forth. Anyway, if you were to study the St Paul's Cathedral in closer detail, you'd see many marvellous relief statues. Go inside, there are lots of tombs, there are lots of memorial plaques and inscriptions. It's got a fantastic choir, so well worth visiting. You'll see lots of Chinese couples in their wedding garments posing for photos here. There's this curious custom whereby they try to come to famous spots around the world and have pre-wedding photos, one of which is St Paul's. Alright, so very easy to get to. It's got its own tube station, St Paul's it's also called, so not confusingly. And if you want to buy to eat, there are plenty of restaurants around here. It's very close to the London Stock Exchange because God and Mammon are very cheap by a jowl in this country. Alright, that's all for the moment from St Paul's Cathedral.